And a man with more than one string to his bow, TV carpenter Wayne Perry and the green revolution spreading across our rooftops. Sustainable living roofs made easy. Back with Wayne and his drill right after this. A lack of outdoor space doesn't mean your garden dreams can't be realised. For many, now is the perfect time to look to the skies and embrace the living roof by growing plants on your rooftop surface. But how do you go about constructing one? Wayne Perry joins us to reveal all on this current trend. So green roofs, big thing, aren't they now?
Oh, absolutely. Back in the day, they were kind of quite rare, but I think everyone's embracing them because of, you know, it's great for the environment.
The advantages being?
Great for the environment. Also soundproofing. A lot of modern buildings, you know, they're tower blocks, so they're putting them in some of their structures around there to help with the echo. And also heat retention as well. So it's good insulation.
And they're good for hanging on to water.
Absolutely.
Less runoff.
Yes. Yeah. So I bought, you know, a selection here. This one's from Sky Garden, and all the principles are pretty much the same. So I wanted you to talk through all the different layers that are involved, and once you understand it, then you can make an informed decision about which one to get. So first, it needs to go on a roof that's waterproof. Obviously, any of these kits rely on you having a good waterproof roof. And the first layer that goes on is this fleece, and this fleece protects whatever roof you've got, and also it stops roots going into your you know, your roof. You don't want that. The next layer is this board, which holds all the water. It's got loads of little holes there, so the water goes in there, and once they get filled, then it all just drains away. It's got a protective fleecing to stop any of the substrate going into those, filling those holes. And then...
So that acts as a sort of reservoir, then?
It's a reservoir of water, because you don't want them to... You want them to be fed with water, but you don't want them to be waterlogged.
Yeah.
So it does both. It drains off and fills it up. And then you have this substrate, which is full of like bits of brick, but it doesn't feed the plants. It just acts as a root, so the roots can go through it.
Yeah, I remember my soil science lecture at college all those years ago saying soil is the substance plants' roots grow in, and so this is what plants' roots are growing in. This
absolutely. Yeah. So it's used for this, and it's free draining. Once it's absorbed as much moisture as it can, it then just drains away. And the trick is you put about 5 centimetres worth of this in there, and then you can roll on.
Take
that for me, thank you.
Yep.
Can roll on your sedum
carpet.
Now,
sedum's succulents. It's succulent, meaning it's got a very succulent leaf. It holds on to water a lot, but it can also cope with drought, which is vital, and it's right up there near the sun. You know, the weather might not always be scorching, but when it is, it's a succulent. It can withstand that really strong
And especially
heat.
over in this country, it's great for all weathers. And like you were saying, you know, it holds all the moisture in its leaves. And then me being a carpenter, I couldn't finish it off without a nice little bit of a
So
trim.
if you're looking down on a structure from a bedroom window, it actually becomes a green picture, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I actually built a kid's play den with a living roof on, and I purposely put this on so that the parents from upstairs could look down and see this meadow picture frame.
You're very thoughtful.
From all angles,
So it's environmentally friendly and it looks good. That's the great thing about it. And it's practical too in terms of what it's doing with water.
Yeah. So my friend Mark from the Green Roof Company sent me these, and they're all very similar. They do this as well. But what's great about this is a few options. Like I said, once you know your limitations of your property, then you can make an informed decision. So I just want you to pick up both of these. Both are the same, but have a different weight bearing.
It's very heavy, yes. Oh, much lighter.
Much lighter.
Yeah.
And what they've done, they've replaced this one has the soil in it, very similar to that. But inside here, it's got this substance, which is a bit like a rock wool. And what it does the same again for the roots, but it absorbs water and holds it in there.
So it's like loft insulation, that?
Exactly like that, and it's a lot lighter. And also, they have this inside, which is for your draining. It allows the water to drain through and drain out.
It seems quite key here to all of these is some distance between standing water or sitting water and the roots of the plants. And all these things just take it away from the base. They can get at what they want, but it's not making their roots sitting in water, because plant roots sitting in water, literally the plant drowns.
It'll just drown, absolutely. So, you know, but also it's worth noting, if you want to go for like wildflower, you know, some people like big, you know, wafty grasses, we've got 5 centimetres worth of substrate here. You need to go 10 centimetres. It needs more root.
Gosh, that's long. That's 4 inches.
So if you know you've got a roof that isn't going to be capable of holding that much weight, you need to go for a sedum, something like this.
The lighter green. And of course, in autumn, it colours up, it burnishes and goes sort of red and bronze. It's a lovely collection of plants. There's not just one, there's all sorts of different species.
Exactly. When this came, you can see in here there's some dead bits, and I was like, oh, there's some dead bits. He went, no, we've designed it that way so that they all flower at different times of the year.
Yeah.
So that you've always got some interest So I think there's about 9 different varieties inside of this, which is great. This here is click and go. So this is one tray, a bit like your kids' play mats that all lock together like a jigsaw puzzle. So, a little bit heavy is that one.
It is,
but it's a one-stop shop. So if you bought a load of those, click them all together, and then just put them on your roof. It takes about a year, I'd say, for them to knit together, so it doesn't look like a jigsaw puzzle.
So it's almost like Lego fitting together, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really?
So that's called your click and go. And then you've got place and go, which is exactly the same, but it doesn't have the plastic.
So it's just the containers that are missing in that. So there's still a fair degree of substrate there. There's a good 5 centimetres.
Always need 5 centimetres. That's where it'll fail if you have less than that. So you've got to make sure.
It will just dry out. And there's no limit to the size of roof you can do.
No, absolutely.
Have you any idea of cost?
So something like this is about 52 quid per square metre. That's for wildflower. So that's like, you know, plus VAT, sorry. So, you know, it's not...
It's not cheap, but it's going to last. I mean, presumably you don't have to go out there and mow it, do you?
No. It's a bit of tending. Sometimes they say, pick some bits out or something. You can feed it, fertilise it every now and then, treat it like a garden, but pretty much you can just leave it.
Yet another way in which you can make your garden nature-friendly. Wonderful. Thanks, Wayne. Informative as ever. Brilliant. Get yourself a green roof. Worth having, isn't it?